you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm sorry. Okay. It's gonna be annoying the whole time. How long are we go?
Indeed, we are live here on YouTube.com this afternoon, this evening. We are excited to have this guest on. Of course, this was joined by me and a fellow mutual friend we have. So thanks to him as well for connecting us here this afternoon. It is the lovely Lyn. Welcome to my show. She works with OVW and she works with WOW Wrestling as well. Now, unfortunately, for some reason on my end, when I tried to do the whole landscape position, it didn't work. So you can turn it back to portrait, and then people can see you in the right way. But my apologies for that. Sometimes it works, but on this occasion, it didn't do nothing. So I apologize for that.
That's okay. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, how are you doing this afternoon?
I think I'm doing all right. I'm stuck at home. I'm not used to being home as much as I have been. I'm usually busy traveling. Yeah, but I've been home for like 2 weeks now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And everybody is able to work from home or have more time at home. And I want to know as well, what's home life been like as well? Have you been able to spend some time with your loved ones, over the phone or even in the same room?
So I live with my best friend. I get to spend a lot of time with her and the dog. Our neighbors, we social distantly see each other. Like we go outside and we talk to each other, over the fence and stuff. My parents and stuff like that, they live in Florida. So I make an effort to FaceTime or call them. There's not a lot of work going on my end right now because both, I'm a barber and a wrestler, and all the salons are closed right now too. So
that's not good, but I'm hoping things pick up for you soon at some point, because I know because there's other people in the same boat as you, and I really hope
a lot of us, yeah.
And I do hope that business picks up for everybody, and I'm hoping that when everything clears up and be back to normal, we can see a big shift in the indie scene and in the TV world, and see what everyone's missing out on, and we might see a more of an explosion than we thought we may have seen already 2019 kind of way and early 2020. So fingers crossed for that as well. And let's talk about Ohio Valley Wrestling and of course Women of Wrestling as well. How did you want to be a part of those two fantastic companies then?
So I actually trained at OVW.
Mm-hmm,
so whenever I started training 6 years ago, that's where I packed up and I moved to Louisville, Kentucky, and I started training there. I've lived everywhere in the United States. So I moved back home to Pittsburgh after I was done at OVW. And then I trained in Detroit with the House of Truth, Truth Martini. And then I moved back to Pittsburgh, and then I moved out to California for a while. And then back to Pittsburgh. So I've been kind of a little bit everywhere, jumping around, learning a bunch of different things from a bunch of different people, which I think is important to always keep learning, continue to learn. This year, OVW reached back out to me and asked if I'd be interested in coming back in, and I'm like, this is where I started. Of course, I'd love to come back.
Good, and and it's been a great year for you so far. Earlier this year at OVW.
It was going so good. I was going to be so busy, and now I'm just
stuck at home.
Which is okay. I'm not complaining. I know that there are people in worse situations than I am. Like I said, I live with my best friend, so at least I have someone to entertain me while all this is going on.
Yes, and you are quite an entertaining person on your own anyway, so I'm sure you're bringing a lot of laughter and a lot of energy with your best friend, and imagine living next door to you. Must be bonkers living next door to you at this moment in time.
Okay, so my neighbors, it's not just, I'm not the only character on the street. Everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not wrestlers, but they're all are characters. They're interesting. I love them. Like, they're so much fun. It's just a good cast of people I live around.
Well, you picked the best place to live, I think that for sure. And I'm sure everybody will be hugging out when all this is over. Because I read something the other day that when it's all over and pubs, nightclubs, wrestling events come back on, everyone will be going straight out the houses, straight to these events to cheer everybody up. But let's go back to OVW. And this year, of course, you won the Women's Championship, didn't you? And what was that moment like for you? And the reaction?
It was really special. It was really special to me because, like I said, I trained there 6 years ago, and I was so bad, and I never thought I was going to be. I don't think anyone really ever thought I was going to be much of anything, but I mean, that's where persistence and training comes into hand. Like, I just was very persistent, and I kept training, and I never gave up, even though people told me to. So I remember how I felt when I was at OVW the first time. I just was like, I was young, I was naive, I was scared. I was like, I'm not the person I am today. So it just felt like everything came full circle at that moment. I was like, it felt really special.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you well deserved it, by the way, as well.
Thank you.
Did you get to defend the belt before the events got postponed, or you were just celebrating to God knows how long, but couldn't really say you are the fighting champion we all know you are?
Right before this all happened, I just lost my belt to Madison Rain.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I mean, you were probably going to get a rematch with her before all this happened then?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I'm still waiting for that rematch.
Yeah, you probably won't get it. You probably won't get it, because if I know how Josh Matthews is, he's he would do anything to get out of a match with a title. So Madison Wayne is probably the same as well, because they're both married couple, of course. So I doubt it. She wants to she would try any method to get out of defending that championship. But I mean, how are you going to get revenge on her then once all this is lifted up, without giving any too much detail away, because she might tune in?
I have no idea yet. I really don't. She is someone that I've always wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
I look up to her, so I mean, I just want to have a good match with her. Like, I just, I want to bring the house down. Yeah, and I want everyone to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone will enjoy it, but I think everyone will enjoy it more when you beat the crap out of her, get your title back, and then party even harder than you did before.
Absolutely.
And how do you actually, when you celebrate a big win or a big championship win, how do you go out on the town to celebrate?
Usually I like to eat something fun. Like, I like to go have my cheat meal, and then maybe some tequila and some beers. Okay,
not too bad. Just like what kind of beer? Is it like strong beer, or do you have any flavors?
Flavors. I like craft beers. I like to try all different things. Local, depending on where I am, I like to try what's local.
Okay, interesting. I'm more of a what's the word, cider guy.
Ciders, yeah, they're a little bit too sweet for me.
Really? Wow, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a new stuff here on the Fowler show about our lovely way Lyn here tonight. Anyway, all these different drinks, and making us thirsty, but we can't do anything about it unless you go to the local shop and buy some. That's the only thing you can do right now. So let's talk about as well then as well. Not only you fought against Madison Wade, but you also fought against Kia Hogan as well. And what a great match that was. Were you proud about the match, how it went, and everything like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that match. Felt like I had a good showing for Impact. Kiera Hogan is fantastic. Like, we worked together on WoW. She's just awesome. She's a good competitor in the ring. So, yeah, she's funny too. So it was a good time.
That's good. Any, as you say, you just mentioned she's quite funny. Any good jokes she told you before or after the match, or maybe even in the match?
We were joking the whole time. Like, there was a part where we like stopped and we just started like flexing and twerking on each other. So
wow,
it was like, I don't know. I just had good chemistry with her, I felt.
Well, that's good. Well, we do hope that you get to face her again in the future, because I know she is quite a busy lady like yourself, and
Sure.
Compared this to last March, what was your schedule like this time last March, if you can remember?
I was in Japan.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I've seen some matches of yours in Japan. How was Japan for you? I bet it was a great place to go. Every time I bring on wrestlers from who have been in Japan, they always say the culture is very different. The people are more respectful than the US because of their different religions and culture. Is that the same for you, or have you had a different experience?
People are peaceful. They're loving. They're happy. Like, everyone helps everyone. I loved it. I really loved Japan. It was very, it was like a time in my life where I really felt like I found myself. So.
Yeah, well, that's quite good. And what company was it in Japan? Just for our viewers who may want to research and find some footage of yours.
I worked for Marvelous. Mainly, that's the dojo I stayed at, and I worked for Sendai as well.
Oh, nice. And what did you do outside of the ring there in Japan? Did you learn more of their culture, their language, or did you just go for sightseeing as well?
Lots of sightseeing and eating. Like, I tried all new food. I would go to shrines, temples, shopping. The shopping there is great. We trained a lot, so I really didn't have a whole lot of off time.
Yeah.
But like once or twice a week, I would go out. I had a friend that I had made whenever I was wrestling at Sendai named Alex Lee. And me and her would go on like day adventures, because she had lived there for 7 years, and she would show me around. And she spoke a bit of Japanese, so it made it easier for me too to get around.
Yeah, most definitely, because when you know somebody who can speak the language, makes things a lot easier. Because once you know this language, you can go anywhere, pretty much anywhere in Japan, anywhere in the world, really. And and then when you came back to the US. Was it quite different experience when you came back? Like trying to adjust back to US life after being gone for so long.
So you don't drive for 3 months. I lived at a dojo, so I didn't even prepare my own food. Like, I didn't cook for 3 months. There was a lot of things I didn't do. And I got home, and it was just kind of like culture shock. And then also, on top of the culture shock, it takes like maybe 3 weeks for your body to get adjusted to the time zone again.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I came back and I had shows immediately, and it was really draining, mentally and physically, coming home.
Gotcha. And if you, and I'm guessing you're going to say yes to this one, but if you got another opportunity to go back to Japan, I'm guessing you would.
Oh yeah, I would love to go back. Maybe not for as long though.
Yeah, fair enough. How long were you gone last time? Was it like 3 months or something? You said.
3 months. I'd like to go for like maybe like 6 weeks. Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Around 6 weeks, I was getting antsy to start coming home.
Yeah, like homesick kind of feel.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many things you start missing. Like, we have all different flavors of everything in America. Like, literally, we have different flavored energy drinks, different flavored Oreos, and stuff like that. Like, Japan has the different Kit Kats, but like that's about it.
Really?
I missed my beverages.
I'm pretty sure you and Hammerstone would get on like a horse in fire because he loves his different energy drinks as well, just like you. So I'm sure you two would get along fine in Japan. Looking for a different energy drink to try.
Well, I actually had a fan send me a case of Bang while I was there, just because I was like, I just need. They have like one flavor of Monster, and it's the white one.
Yeah.
I just needed something else.
Yeah. Why not? And it's great. And I've not been to Japan, but just by watching the different shows and all the different cultures and topics that happen over there, it's a very fascinating country to go to. And is there any other countries you've not had the privilege to wrestle in yet, which you would love to go and wrestle in at some point in the future? Hopefully in the next year or so. Is there any other cities you want to come to? Maybe about coming to the UK?
Well, I was actually supposed to leave for the UK on the 2nd of April.
Oh, wow.
I was in my first tour. I'm like, tough subject, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was supposed to be leaving this week. I was going to be there for 2 weeks. I was debuting for a few new companies. Obviously, there's no shows. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming.
Donald Trump has banned you guys from coming over here as well, which made it no easier for you to get over here either.
What?
Yeah, Donald Trump put the UK on this travel ban list of other countries a few weeks ago. So it means you can't come to our country anyway because he stopped all flights to the UK because he's saying about, there's so many cases and deaths over here that he doesn't want anybody coming from here to there or there coming
I'm
here.
not trying to talk politics, so I don't do that. None of that. But yeah, I mean, it's not safe for me to go over there anyways right now. Like,
True.
I'm not trying to get stuck in another country. I don't want to get quarantined when I come home. Yeah. I guess I'm really nice and comfortable here in my bed right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get to the UK sometime this year.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, because we would love to see you in the UK. And whereabouts was you going to be in the UK? That's what I want to know as well. Like, were you going to be in like London area or?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. The capital city, yeah. I would also avoid London at this moment in time as well. So we're both on the same page. I'm closer to London.
Well, you guys are all shut down on quarantine too. There's really no point of going. All the shows have been canceled that I was going to be on. So
yeah. All the shows have been cancelled, but we can still leave our house to do exercise or shopping, like you guys. I'm guessing you can do as well, and to get medicine. But I mean, it's people still go and try to go to the pub. Some pubs are opened. This past weekend, it got shut down immediately by the police here, but there we go about that. Enough about that topic. Women of Wrestling as well, great organisation. I've seen some footage of theirs because I got in contact with a lady who works from that company last year. They come on the show because they are, what's the word? The trending topic of the women's wrestling, I believe, in the past year. Do you agree with that, or because you've wrestled there? But do you think that's what the feedback's been from the viewers that you guys are talked about more than other women wrestling companies?
I don't know if that's true. I think we put out a different product than anyone else does. But I work for all sorts of different women's wrestling organizations, and I feel like each one has something special to offer.
Gotcha.
It has a very it's a show.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of dramatics, and the production is really cool. It's its own unique thing. So I wouldn't say that one thing is better than the other because there are so many different flavors of ice cream, basically.
Nice. And, let's talk about this as well then, because I know you've done some work for like a website which offers like women wrestling on a website where people can go on the website and can pay for like a custom match which you may have done.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about customs.
No. I'm just saying about how you've done that in the past and other women wrestling companies in the US. When you're going to come to the UK, was you going to be booked on any women's show? Because there's been a lot of new companies for women wrestlers over here now, which is getting the spotlight which they deserve.
Yeah, so I was going to wrestle for a couple all-women shows.
Nice. Well, hopefully they will be book you later this year because it'd be great to see you in the UK. So, women of wrestling, again, I believe it's on Access TV. Is that right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, thought
Yes.
so. And there's been talk last year, I heard, that it was coming up for a new season. It's aired. Will we see another season coming out once all of this has gone back to the norm? Do you think there'll be another season?
We filmed another season back in September.
Yeah.
So I think we're just waiting to release it.
Oh, okay. I thought it came out already. My apologies. I think when that series was being filmed, they released another series, didn't they? So around that same time. Gotcha. My mistake. I thought that was a series until it came out. Oh, good. Well, at least we got some more wrestling to look forward to. And any expectation we can see from you in the upcoming series whenever it gets released by Access TV? Any hints for what we can expect?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm still with my tag team partner. She's one of my favorite people in the world. Sassy Massey, she's great, and yeah, it's a fun season.
Yes, every season's been fun, and if you missed any of the seasons, they are some I think have been uploaded to the actual website of Women of Wrestling, so do check them out. And if you do have Access TV, check them out, because you will not be disappointed by the action you receive, because these are some of the best women in pro wrestling today, putting on a fantastic show for the great fans. And, I can't wait to see what's next for Women of Wrestling, and even other women company like Shine Wrestling as well, which is doing a fantastic job out there. And, is there any companies you want to work for that you've not had the opportunity to work for so far? I know you've had a bit of a one on national scale a few years ago as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to work for a lot of the top name companies. I would like to secure a contract within the next year or so with one of the bigger name companies. So
Yes.
let's just see what happens.
Yes, well, I do hope it is a fantastic company, because we can watch it in the UK as well, and then more people in the UK learn about who is Ray Lyn is all about, and she's one of the best in the world at what she does.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I mean that. And what? So back right now, what you're doing as well. Then what do you do to keep yourself busy? Then you got your best friend. Do you do Netflix? Do you what's other things?
Well, okay, so I wake up in the morning, I do yoga, and then I do some kind of strength training throughout the day, and I go on like long walks. And
Good.
I try not to watch TV until around like 6 or 7 at night. I try to stay productive during the day. Like I give myself projects to do. I just don't want to like rot in front of the TV, right? So
Yeah, true.
But at night we do Netflix, and we are both really, really sad because we watched the rest of Tiger King, and nothing else can compare to the Tiger King. So.
I can give no comment to the Tiger King as of yet, because it's not been released here in the UK on Netflix here yet, so I can't give a comment.
It's really sad. It would get you guys through this quarantine.
Well, that's
Or
good.
it wouldn't, like, because right now, like, I feel like there's an empty place in my soul because it's not on anymore. Well, because I finished it. Yeah.
True. But maybe you might decide to rewatch it again. You never know, because some people do. They
I
rewatch
watched it twice.
You watched it twice already? Wow.
Yeah.
How many days did it take you to watch it the first time around?
It took. So this is the thing. Like, I would watch it with my roommate, and then I have to rewatch it later with my boyfriend
Gotcha.
because they were on different episodes. So like that's how I watched it twice.
Ah, not too bad then. Really. It's still quite a fun. Gives you something to
Yeah.
do in the evenings. In the evenings, again. Now, of course, it's been now when I was researching some of these questions for tonight, it came up on Google. Now, sometimes, of course, you can't read everything you read on Google because it's all fake news, aren't there? But one name kept popping up, and I don't know if you two are together or not anymore. I don't think you are. But you know who I mean.
No, we're not talking about that either.
That's fine. I just want to, because it just kept coming up, so I wanted to see if that's okay. That's fine. But I mean, Spain as well. Got some great hot companies over in Spain and Italy. Would you want to go over there as well? I know another lady who come from the UK. Isla May, I think her name is. She was going to go to Germany, I believe this month. It was in March of this month, to wrestle for WXW in Germany. It was one of the hot points in the Europe wrestling scene. Do you ever want to go out there and showcase your talents to the Europe?
I want to wrestle absolutely everywhere. I'm not just trying to stay in London. I also would like to wrestle for WXW. I'd like to see Spain. I'd like to go to Amsterdam. Like, I'd like to see everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places. I went to China this year. I went to Japan. There's a lot of places in Asia I still like to go. The Philippines, Vietnam, places like that.
Ooh. Yeah. Because again, there's some great people there and great attractions as well. And just to say, I've been to that country. I know where this is, kind of. Depends on your schedule. Depends how busy you are in the evenings and such as well. But who do you want to beat up next? Then when you get the next chance to beat, because I'm guessing you're very eager to beat up somebody and get your anger out, which you're trying to hold in because of this quarantine. So who do you want to beat up next?
I don't know. I always love having matches with my friends. It would be great to have a match with like Zoe Sky or Holodead or two of my personal favorite people. Katie Arquette, she's a newer girl in my area. She's amazing. I love wrestling her. There's so many girls out there. I want to wrestle everyone.
Good.
Madison Rain, I need to get my title shot. I really like to wrestle her when we get back.
Yes, I think you need to, do some, what's the word, shoot promos on her to get her attention, because she might have forgot all about you because of all this going on in the world.
Oh, she hasn't forgotten.
Oh, that's good. But you never know, she might. You never know. So keep pestering her.
Yeah.
Maybe once it all comes out, maybe you can just, get her from behind in a parking lot or something and do like a parking lot brawl.
Not really my style. I'd rather fight you face to face,
Well, but again, it depends how eager you want your belt back. I'm just giving you some suggestions there. If you want your belt back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cheat to get it back.
No, right. How you cheat in a parking lot? All you got is cars.
You start by sneaking up on her from the back.
Did I? Oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't think I said sneaking back. Okay, my apologies for that bit. Ignore that bit. But I mean, facing her face to face in the parking lot.
Dump someone in an alley. That's effed up.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that on anybody. So please don't take that advice. But there we go. When you're training in the gym and, when you're dieting as well, we always ask this to our guests because we always find this very fascinating. But what is some of your favorite food to eat when you are preparing for a fight, for your next opponent? And what kind of exercises and techniques you do in the gym? Like, how do you keep yourself fit?
My training doesn't change much if I have wrestling or not. I'm always wrestling, so it stays the same.
Okay.
My diet is very consistent. I have one cheat meal a week. I'm very regimented, 5 meals a day. They're basically the same meal every single day. Chicken, rice, broccoli or green beans, and then I have like eggs, lots of egg whites, and oatmeal, peanut butter, apples. Like, that's pretty much it. Sometimes fish, if I feel like cooking it, ground turkey, like very low fat in the turkey. So that's like basically my diet. It stays the same, very consistent. It's easier to not slip up whenever you keep things very much the same because you know what you can have and you know what works for your body. As far as training goes, I do a lot of circuit training. Mm-hmm. It's really good for cardio, and I feel like it's been able to put on some lean mass for me. So I train more like an endurance athlete. I used to do more of a bodybuilding style workouts, but I feel like I've been able to put on more muscle training with circuit style.
Gotcha. Very fascinating, I should say. And, because some people say they can get away with eating cheat meals like every day, like once a day, having a cheat meal, but able to stay fit and healthy with protein shakes and all these other things. So it's good to hear different perspectives on these different topics. So I like it, and now of course as well, you've appeared on many other famous YouTube channels. And when will you be doing what's the word? possible meetups with your favorite people again. Will you be doing that anytime soon? Once again, this happens when it go back to normal. If you get that.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay, so
I broke up really bad.
Oh no, it's fine. So like when everything goes back to normal, we know you've done. You've met so many incredible people, some famous people in the wrestling community. Will you be meeting up with them once the quarantine is lifted, and will we see any videos on YouTube or anything of these great videos and vlogs? Because we all love it nowadays, where we get to see what happens, behind the scenes, and a little bit behind the scenes, like a good old quick vlogs and such of what's going on in wrestling people's lives. If that makes sense.
I don't really YouTube stuff. I should vlog a lot more. But I do a lot of things on like my Instagram story. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I guess maybe on my Instagram story.
Yeah, well, I know you released a new merch today on your Twitter as well. You can tell us about that. It's on prowrestlingtees.com. I think that's right. And I like the new design of it. Can you explain more on how the inspiration came about for the new design? And did you create it all by yourself, or did you have someone help you make it? Because I always find that bit fascinating, how these cool wrestlers are able to make these cool designs. Like, do you use a special app or something to create them?
I don't. That's why I don't vlog. I don't even have a computer. I have a phone. I do everything from my phone. I didn't create my design, but I had the idea for it. I send the ideas to my friend, and he is able to take what I say and put it into a picture.
That's quite good. Well, I do love it. And again, if you want to find it, it is on prowrestlingtees.com. And how did it find you on Pro Wrestling Tees? It does Ray Lyn?
Yes.
There we go. Ray Lyn there. And you can also find her on Twitter at Ray_Lyn. And on Instagram, it's Raystar5. I don't know if you have a Facebook like page or not. I did not include that. If you don't, then that's fine as well. But
don't like Facebook, so we don't Facebook. I don't find it that fun.
Yeah, it does get a bit boring after a while. People, just seeing the same stuff on there over and over again. So I can totally agree with that. But yeah, do you a favor. Go follow Ray Lyn on Twitter and Instagram today, and support her, because she's doing a great job on social media. She's trying to earn an income with a new merch, because she's got nothing else to do. And please support it if you can. It means a lot to her and to everybody else in the wrestling and sports industry, because it's not just wrestlers are suffering, everybody is suffering in some kind of way. So it would mean a lot if you can check her out and support her.
If you have it. If you don't have it, I understand. Like, everyone's going through a tough time. Only support us if you can. Yeah. Because you gotta support yourselves too. We're not the only ones impacted. Everyone's impacted right now by this.
Mm. Yeah, it's not just like one key area is affected. Everyone's affected, isn't it? But anyway, there we go. We discussed it over and over again. But we're getting the point across. If you can, then please help and support Ray Lyn if you can. Apologies for some of my questions too this afternoon. So I'm sure you'll probably be saying to the mutual friend, "I'll never come back on the show again."
No, I mean, it's not like that. I understand why people would ask the questions, but I don't ever want to have to say anything bad about anyone.
Oh no, that wasn't my point. But
I don't like no negativity.
Yeah.
So I'm just nope, not answering that.
We do need more positivity in the world, and you are a positive spirit in the locker room, I think, and out in the crowd when you are wrestling. And what are some of your favorite comments you've received, like in the audience when you're going past people? Has anyone stopped you because you saw something wonderful?
My career as a heel, so I hadn't heard a lot of very nice things until maybe 2 years ago. Now that I'm a baby face, but people don't really. I can't in the moment. I just don't think what they're saying. I'm focused on what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but I cannot think of anything right now. Sorry.
No, it's fine. But if you do, then just tweet it out. Just tweet everybody when you do get a moment, or you see something which is directed at you, just retweet it and to let everybody know about it. Because again, positivity is the key, and we all love positivity in the world, and you're very positive. You may have been a heel for so many years, and which do you prefer? Do you prefer being more of a heel character, or do you enjoy being a babyface?
I have no preference.
No preference.
I like wrestling. Either way, I know I can entertain the crowd, and I know I can connect with someone. So I'm fine doing either.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, though, with being a heel, you got the option to go a bit more dirty on your opponent. But I prefer just to get the win cleanly. However, but that's my preference. But there we go about that. But I mean, your closest friends though, what did it? Would they go with you? Would they stick with you by going with no preference, or would they say, well, I'm definitely would like to be more of this person because I get to be kind of meaner, or will they? Loves me.
When I'm home in Pittsburgh and my friends actually get to see me wrestle, I'm always a baby face because I'm home.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like more of your wrestling colleagues.
Oh, I don't know. I'm absolutely ridiculous either way. No one has really a preference, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, this is a lot of fun. These are good questions. Thanks to people tuning in. So someone asked before when we were talking about beer. Someone wants to know what's her favourite craft beer. You may have mentioned it, but for that one person who may not have heard you.
There's a beer. I can't exactly remember who makes it. It's something sour wench.
Okay.
It's a blackberry sour. It's super sour, but it's like so good. I haven't found it in a while, so it'd be nice if I could find that again.
Yes. If you do, please send me a picture of it on Twitter, because I would love to try it when I come to the US, just to see. I don't think we have that drink over here. I could be wrong.
It might be a seasonal, so that's probably why I haven't seen it in a while.
What is it like for Christmas, or is it like for Halloween, or maybe Independence Day?
Summer.
Oh, September.
Summer.
Oh, summer. Oh, summer. Okay, yeah. Got you. Sorry. Summer. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe it's for the July the 4th.
No.
I was trying to make it a bit more special than just summer there, but there we go. Trying to link it with July the 4th for your Independence Day. But
you just drink American beers that day, like Budweiser.
Okay. But
I'm just kidding. Just whatever we want.
But I mean, I bet this year's going to be a bit different, though, for July the 4th. But I mean, because who knows what will happen by then. But if it's still the same, then how would you celebrate July the 4th if we stayed as it is right now? Would you celebrate the same way, or do things a bit low-key?
Yeah, it would just be me and my roommate and the dog getting drunk, though.
Yeah, not as fun.
No, it'd be just as fun, probably.
Just as fun. I love it, man. I never forget once.
There's never a lack of good times.
Yeah, but I mean, the more people there, the more funny it can be, because people might do some more mad stuff. People might break stuff. You
get anxiety when you have people over your house for stuff like that.
True. But I mean, if it wasn't my house party, then I wouldn't really care. It wouldn't be my stuff getting broke. So I'd be quite happy about that. Happy about that, but I mean, not happy about the owner has to clear it all up and get rid of it all. But there we go. But what I was going to say was, I never forget, a few years ago, my dog had a tick, and one of these things you can read up on, where it said, give alcohol and put it on the tick and get rid of it. I don't know if that's the same keyword you guys use over there for a tick. But it's basically something which jumps on it and then sucks blood out of it and then makes them kind of not themselves and don't really eat, kind of thing. I don't know if that's the same thing, the same word you use in America or not.
I don't know if we've had that issue with our dog having a tick. We keep like a thing on him so he doesn't get bugs, but we do check him all the time for it. But I don't know if he's actually had one in him yet. So
that's good.
I haven't had to read up on it. I haven't had to use YouTube to figure out what to do.
Oh no, I didn't use YouTube. I went to a vet and then they suggested me to, well, not just me, but they suggested that one thing you can do is buy alcohol and get cotton wool and put it on the tit and squeeze it and twist it out of it, out the dog. But what happened was we put it on the dog, and then he licked it all off, and then he was all drunk, a bit tipsy. It was quite funny. Yeah, that's the funny side. That's what I was getting at. The funny bit of the story was when he licked it off and he got drunk.
I don't get it. Okay, but now I get it.
Yeah. Yes. See, there's a point there. See, there's a point. Anyway, there we go. So what is planned then in the rest of your week then in the life of Ray Lyn? Give us a bit of an insight. You're going to follow your routine for the rest of the week. No other podcasts, no other upcoming video calls or live videos on Instagram or anything.
I don't know. We'll see where the week goes. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I haven't wanted to put on makeup, so I'm just like, I'm just not going to use social media.
Gotcha. Fair enough. But either way, we'll look forward to it. And again, you can find her on social media. Please do support by following her, because it means a lot to her. I mean, she can grow her fan base even more and get more people exposed to Ray Lyn and the madness she causes in a good way. You get me there. But yeah, is there anything you want to get off your chest? Any plugs or anything I may not mention? Do you think it's very important for you to get off your chest? Because again, everything is all for you.
Let's just say, hey everyone, stay home and be safe. Take care of each other. Check in on your neighbors. Make sure everyone's doing all right. If you can help a neighbor, if they need groceries, someone's sick, go drop it off at their house. That's all I have to say. Just be a good person right now. Yeah. Let's all stick together and be a good person through these hard times.
Absolutely. Because I heard a story, as you just mentioned, about do groceries for other people. I read a story from CNN News the other day of a lovely lady at a supermarket approaching this old elderly couple because they didn't want to go in the store because they were fighting in case they got it, and so she did the shopping for them and gave them the receipt and everything. It's quite a good story, and I wish there's more people out there who do that. And again, stop stockpiling. There's no need for it as well. There's enough to go around.
Yeah, let's take care of each other and have a good week.
There we go. Have a good week indeed. Have a good week. And is there anyone as well? Because we love this question because you don't know who they might say, but. Who would you suggest me to get in contact with next to come on my show? You know, from the people Anybody at all?
Maybe Zoe Sky. She just came back from Stardom.
Okay.
She probably has stories.
Okay. Good suggestion. I'll get in contact with her hopefully if I can. Able to get email, because sometimes when I email people, their emails are not valid. So it's like, people don't really update their emails because they're so busy. So
honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like doing a lot of podcasts because I don't like sitting still very long.
No, you can move around. If you want
to.
So
I don't really answer them. Well, I'm just saying, like, I get email requests for podcasts all the time. If it wouldn't have been for our very good friend, I probably wouldn't have done this.
Yes. Well, it's very thankful for him, and I do thank you as well for accepting to come on mine, because usually the ones you do, you are stood up for about 8 minutes or maybe 5 minutes when you do these. So it's very grateful of you accepting mine tonight.
Yes.
But yeah, there we go. Well, thank you so much again, and
thank you.
I do hope that your quarantine and everyone's quarantine goes really fast, and you can get back to doing what you love in hopefully next 2 months or so.
Yes, absolutely. I'll talk to you later.
Yes. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. We're back here on the Fowler Show. That was a live interview there. We don't usually stay on the air, do we? But we have here on the Fowler Show because, again, we got other news to talk to you about as well. Now, I don't know if I was able to announce this publicly because I'm not asked the person if I can or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Coming up every Wednesday, I don't know if it's going to be live on this channel or not, but it will be live on a channel. It will be live on my channel or a different channel. I don't know yet. It'll be a live sports show streaming every Wednesday. The timing is still being finalised, but it's going to begin this coming Wednesday. Again, more information can be found on my social media, Yes, it's right down there, down there, at underscore Edward Fowler underscore, or on Instagram, Edward Fowler Show, to keep up all the latest information of who may be coming on the show next, because I only publicly announced that Lyn was coming on my show today. I could have done it 2 days ago if I wanted to, but I was trying something different, and yeah. So there you go about that. So a new sports show coming out with guests. We're going to have guests on the show, starting in I'm hoping episode 2. Again, that's not been finalized when we have guests on, but we will have guests on from different sporting backgrounds, from soccer to hopefully some basketball, maybe some football as well. So we'll keep you up to date. But a brand new sporting show every single Wednesday night, around about either 9 p.m. our time, UK time, or 12 p.m. PST or 1 p.m. PST. Again, the time's not being finalized, but we'll bring it to you. I just thought to bring it to you, to your attention here on the Edward Fowler Show. And yeah, I don't know when the next single episode will be, hence single with me on my own with another star. Let me know what you thought of tonight's episode with Lyn. Leave a comment, leave a like if you can, and if you can as well, if you enjoy the content around here, then please do subscribe with notifications on, so you're always notified when a new live interview comes out. Because again, other people are now taking the opportunity to go live on YouTube because of this quarantine. They're calling it virtual interviews. To me, it's not virtual. It's just the way I do it. It's not virtual to me. It's just the way I do my conversations here on the Edward Fowler Show. But yeah, there we go. It's 9:46 p.m. in the evening, and I'm going to wrap this up now. So again, thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight. And again, let me know what you thought of the show. Either let me know by leaving a comment in the description below, or via Twitter or Instagram. But for right now, enjoy the rest of your Monday night. I think it's Monday, I'm not sure, but there we go. Monday night here on the Edward Fowler Show.